What's up, War Report family? It's your boy C-Dub, and it is Game 10, the pregame show, Auburn versus Texas A&M. Let's get into it.
Pre-game, halftime, and post the whole time the chat live. We around our folks, but we gon' keep the chat tight, keeping out trolls. That's why you gotta get your green name on, your pre-game on, cause ain't nobody doing it better, reviewing it better, building rapport so you in tune with the players, with some quick prize picks so you can scoop you some cheddar. Get your mug or your shirt with the letters. Game time.
Today's show is, of course, brought to you by PrizePicks. Please be sure to head over there. Use code REPORT for your first deposit. They will give you a 100% deposit match up to $100. Shouts out to PrizePicks for supporting our live pre-game show. I'm C-Dub. I'm joined by B-Will. B-Will, how are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing all right. You know, the betting with B-Will picks are looking fairly good right now. We actually had Ole Miss covering, and they might even possibly win. I'm feeling really good about the occurrence so far on this college
It's a 4th and
Saturday.
16, so we'll see. We'll see.
They cover. That's all I need them to do. I'm good.
Right. Speaking of which, let's get some more picks in, good sir. Let's bring that up and see what we got here.
Let's do that. Well, as usual, you go to prizepicks.com. You put in code REPORT on your first deposit, and they will match it. So you put in 50, you'll get 50. The home screen is going to take you to look something like this because it's a college football Saturday. You're going to see college football picks first, but we want to find the ones that we are knowledgeable about, that we know the most about, and that would be Auburn. Now, we got some lines here today. All of these are kind of averages based on what the players have done throughout the season and also what they expect the players to do against the team that they're about to play. But I don't think you can really count on that, man. This A&M defense, first of all, the A&M offense does not have Devin Achane. So I'm going to take this one, see. I think Tank, rush, and reception yards, an easy over between those two things. I don't think they have the horses to keep us from getting the ball, and I think the run game is going to go crazy with Caddy, making sure that they get the run game going, as he said repeatedly. I think between Tank might get 90 on the ground alone, but I definitely think he gets over 92 with rush and reception yards. So
I agree with that.
Yeah. What else you like on here?
What are they showing with Robbie?
Robbie, they got 162.5 pass yards, over under 51.5 rush yards. You can go over under 213.5 rush and pass yards combined.
I'm gonna go over. I want to go over the 51 yards.
Okay, so you think it gets more than 50? Yeah, I think that's a safe bet as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. All
right. So the question now is, we don't really have too many other stats. We can only get 2 from one team, but we need one more to do a 3 pick. So let's look at some of the other stats we got going over here today. Let's see this guy. I see some guys. Why? I don't know any of these guys. Actually,
did we want to look at? We can take the under on. Do they have A&M?
I'm sure they do, but I want Bijan Robinson. I think he's gonna go slap crazy today.
Okay.
Running back versus TCU. TCU's quarterback, I think, actually has a calf strain, so he's not 100%. I think Bijan Robinson just goes stupid. I think this is a personal. Of course, I'll be scouting because I'll be making these bets, but I think Bijan Robinson goes somewhere between 120 and 130 today, and I would be willing to bet the over that he gets it. He really puts on the show against TCU at home today. So that's my guess. Are you cool with that?
I'm cool with that.
All right, so we got that. 3 players. We're gonna make it a flex play a little safer. So if all 3 hit, we get 45. If only 2 hit, we would get $30 total. So we're gonna let's keep it $20. We will place that entry, and we have made our prize picks. Again, prizepicks.com, code REPORT. They match your first deposit, and we want to thank PrizePicks for sponsoring us here, football and basketball season. They've been a great sponsor, and thank y'all for checking it out.
B. Will, how you feeling about this game? We're here. Caddy's first home game, a very electric Jordan Hare. The student section, according to Ike, was already packed early before the game, ready to go. How are you feeling?
Oh, man. I told myself after I saw the game last week against Mississippi State, so Auburn's going to win next week. No doubt in my mind. We're going to win. The fan base is back. The players are back. And then Ike and I got treated to the tour of the new Football Performance Center. Now, the football Twitter handle, they put out the video of all the players, you know what I'm saying, on their lives, on their social media accounts, walking through the football facility. And just they were so excited, man. Like, I see so much excitement here coming from multiple directions. We got the new AD who's trying to flip the whole job of thing. We got Caddy, who knows the message, who's got the players hyped and ready to go, putting new players on the field. We've got the fan base. The city is buzzing for the first time. I'm being honest with you. Even before the beatdown against Penn State, when we lost embarrassingly, that's when people really started to fall off. Before that, it wasn't even a normal Auburn. It wasn't normal Auburn for the city or for the fan base in the city on game day. Everything's back. Everything is back. There's no way that Auburn loses this game. If Auburn loses this game, I'm not going to make any promises about something ridiculous that I'll do. But what I will say is I'll be disappointed. But we're going to lose this game. I cannot wait to be the team, the worst team in 10 years, putting the 7th loss on $100 million coach. Oh, my goodness. I'm very ready for this game, see.
B, if it happens, what do you think that does for Jimbo's job security? Obviously, his seat gets warmer. What is that? What do you think? What do you think that gets? Does that get them closer to getting him out the door, or is he safe this year? You think?
Peter, I think he works for SI or ESPN. I can't remember. Peter Thamel. He reported earlier this year.
Pete Thamel, I guess it's SI. I know he does stuff with ESPN.
Yeah. He reported earlier this year during an A&M broadcast, funnily enough, that no matter what, he's heard reports that the boosters are sticking with Jimbo. No matter what happens this year, he's got a big buyout. They're going to give him time, I guess, to adjust. This is his 5th year. I don't know what the hell he's adjusting to in his 5th year, but they're going to give him time to figure this out, and it will be a closer marriage between them. They're going to get behind their guy instead of, turn the heat up on them. So expect changes in the offseason as far as offensive, defensive coordinator, I suppose. But they're going to stick with them. So all we're doing is making it more and more embarrassing for him this year. I don't think he's going to lose his job. I guess Jimmy Sexton made sure of that. He did what a good agent's supposed to do and made the contract ridiculous. So he's not going to be out of here. But, yeah, I would love to throw a loss on his record and some more dirt on his name.
Guys, we definitely want to hear from you. How are you feeling about this game? We'll talk definitely more about Jimbo, especially in an Auburn win tonight. That's what we're hoping for. Let's get to some comments. Thomas Dickey says, well, Lane Kiffin's audition for the Auburn job wasn't good. Your thoughts on Ole Miss's performance and how Lane looked today, bro?
I don't know how many times y'all want to see Lane give away games, but that's kind of his MO. That's what he does. He should not have gone forward on 4th early in the game. He needed those 3 points. He would have been in position to tie the game right there instead of having to get a touchdown. This is what Lane Kiffin does, and he can recruit from the portal. Yes, he probably can recruit from high school very well. Yes. I don't know that Lane has what it takes to be a championship winning coach. I don't. I don't see what everybody else sees. I know the name is exciting, but I don't know. I don't know if he's the best guy for us, man.
So it's not even a matter of more resources or whatnot. Your issues with Lane is just in-game decision making and what leads to eventual losses in games where he probably could have had a different outcome.
Exactly. There's a better way to play the games. And plus, what you said is he seems to bring porous defenses with him. If he's committed to that scheme, I don't want that, man. Don't do that. I want a 4-man front mostly, but I want somebody who's going to get consistent pressure and not concede the running game to somebody all game long. I just don't want that. I don't want that. I don't think that he's got I don't think he's got worse talent at Ole Miss because he's Lane Kiffin. His name can get him Zach Evans out the portal, can get him Quinshawn Judkins, can get him a Jackson Dart. So if you can get the guys who are 4 or 5-star recruits everywhere else, then you should be producing the results that are at least on par. You should at least be competitive. You should be beating one of these good teams. Right now, we've got 2 good teams in the West, LSU, Bama. He smoked games against both of them. No, thank you.
Right. J-Dog says, we are settled in our seats, and this place is electric. Looking forward to seeing this game, man. It's gonna be a good look for sure. Ernest Vaughn says, spent many nights at the facility getting it finished 7 days a week, whatever it took.
Okay, cool.
Eagle,
so you worked on
War
it. That's
Eagle
what's
to
up.
you, Ernest. Appreciate you, man.
That's
and
what's up,
the many people who went into making that facility do what it do.
For sure.
God bless you, sir. Cal Sweat already is calling it. Auburn 28, Texas A&M 14. Let's go ahead and talk about this game. Let's talk about this game. You already mentioned it. Devin A-Chain is out. He was observed with a boot on his foot on the field earlier today. He's been ruled out. And true freshman Le'Veon Moss will be starting in his place. Just a little information on him. So far this season, we haven't seen much of him. 11 carries for 35 yards on the season. That's A&M starting running back. Connor Wegman has been given the green light. He's a go. Had a pretty decent game his last time out, but this is his first road test. Raucous Jordan Hare.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Ooh. How do you think he matches up against what's been a pretty good pass defense statistically for Auburn this season, B?
It's not just that the pass defense is decent. It's that the coaches now, since Brian Harsin and most of his guys left, Caddy and company put some different guys on the field, and we rushed the passer. We put more bodies on the field throughout the game, and our defense was fresher in the fourth quarter. If this comes down to a fourth quarter game, I have the confidence that combined with the raucousness of this crowd, we will be able to get after that quarterback. You can't, that crowd combined with good pressure, because we put it on a very experienced quarterback at Mississippi State at their house when they have the noise advantage. We have the advantage tonight. So you haven't seen what we're going to do because we haven't been doing it, but for maybe part of it for a week. Everything is in our favor right now to rattle this QB, get some turnovers, force a lot of stops, and give our offense every opportunity to try and pour it on. I am looking forward to this.
So what do you expect to see? Because especially defensively, we know what our secondary has been able to do.
Yeah.
What do you expect to see with linebackers at the second level? Against Mississippi State, they didn't get exposed much because of what Mississippi State likes to do offensively. But here's a game where your run fits have to be on point because A&M likes to run the ball or at least be balanced somewhat. What do you expect to see just overall defensively?
I expect, honestly, kind of hair on fire, playing high speed, high intensity, high impact. They said, well, Caddy said in the press conference, he's like, we're trying to simplify everything. We're making it simple so that these guys, these young guys, don't have to think too much. They can just get out there and play. And to me, that says you just let guys loose. You make their reads simple. You make their responsibilities simple. You practice that all week. And maybe you don't do too much disguising on the back end. You just say, hey, we're going to come and get you, and we're going to get you. And that's it. Yeah. And your fresh young guys who haven't gotten on the field much, their legs should be remarkably fresh. They should be ready to contribute. This environment is about to be the atmosphere that gets you a couple big recruits in one night. It's going to be the atmosphere that pulls an extra few downs out of some players when they're exhausted. This atmosphere is just going to be so incredibly beneficial for us. I expect this defense to play high intensity. I expect 6 to 7 sacks total between all our guys. It might be safeties on some plays. It might be the D lineman. It might be some linebackers getting the rush. I just expect a lot of pressure, a lot of sacks, and we're going to eat them alive.
I'm expecting a lot of pressure from the front four. Our defensive line, I'm really expecting them to just eat tonight. I know for sure that A&M's passing or their O-line has been suspect this year. And so I really expect them to have a difficult time communicating with one another. And I just expect our defensive front to really take advantage of that, get them in the passings, second and long, third and long situations, and really get after the quarterback. So I think with that, I expect to see some good things defensively, and I hope that sets us up, B. Will, to actually win the turnover battle, because we're actually forcing turnovers defensively because of the pressure that we're bringing. So I'm looking for all that to be in sync. Cody Smith, appreciate the super chat. He says Auburn and Jordan Hare will go crazy tonight. Will be very special. Enjoy the show. War Eagle to you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. He also comes back and said, I shaved my head tonight. Smooth slick last time that we beat Tennessee 34-10 in 04. Just saying. So if that's any indication, I think we're going to have a good night, Cody. War Eagle to you, man. B. Parham is calling it Auburn 24, A&M 17. Let's talk special teams. Chris had this statement here, and we do have it confirmed that they say they pulled Anders Carlson due to injury. I believe it's a shoulder injury, right, B. Will?
Somebody said they saw him in a sling at the game on the sideline, so he's not available tonight. They said multiple people kicking, so it will be McPherson and the other kicker that's still on our roster. It's not McGuire. Is it McGuire? Is it Ben?
Evan McGuire. Yeah.
So that was maybe, I don't know if that was the reason that his performance has slipped, but it was time for something different. We're going to see something different. I can't think of a better environment than a home game for a freshman recruit. Somebody where the entire crowd is behind you, man. It's going to be the perfect atmosphere for McPherson to get his feet wet out there. Well, not literally. Don't slip, McPherson, but to get some kicks under his belt for the first time in his college career.
I agree. And again, I'm eager to see what the other kickers look like. Again, they're really popular until we see them. Maybe they prove that, hey, that should have been a change a long time ago. It's been a long time coming. Or maybe that's who the best we got. We'll find out after this first half very soon with kickoffs, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing how we look there for sure. Let's talk offense, man.
Let's talk
offense. Who you like on offense? Some people have been mentioning some people that they want to see, like our receivers. What do you expect to see, man, running wise and passing wise? Do you think we're kind of balanced? Do you think we see a little bit more in the playbook? The coaching staff had just a few days to prepare after the shakeup last week.
Yeah.
They've had some more time. What do you expect to see?
Yeah, I don't know what I expect to see, and I think that's the best thing about it. I have no idea. No idea what to expect, and I could not be happier. I expect them to run the ball, but I expect them to actually throw the kitchen sink at Texas A&M. And if something's not working, I expect them to adjust. Caddy said the word adjustments going into the locker room at halftime. He said the word adjustments in the press conference on Monday. And it looked like we adjusted, which is amazing because we never saw that.
Right.
So it's kind of wild just to expect the coaching staff to go, that's kind of working, that's not working. Let's change this up. Now, to be fair, you have to prepare your change up during the week, which means if you don't have a change up, you weren't working on your change up. I don't think these coaches will be caught not working on the change up. And I don't know what we're going to see on offense. I don't know if it's going to be like some triple option stuff or some RPO stuff, some different concepts, some West Coast stuff. I don't know what it's going to be. I just expect this coaching staff to get the most out of the guys that we'll have on the field. And I can't wait to see what it is.
Yeah. And one of the things that I do want to give some credit to is I thought Will Friend did a pretty decent job as OC under short notice. So I'm curious to see, given some more time, how he calls this game. I do want to see us attack A&M on the ground. A&M is worse than we are in run defense.
Yeah.
We should take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And I was encouraged last week, seeing how we looked against Mississippi State, who's decent against the run. We actually ran the ball fairly well against them. So I expect us at home to really eat on the ground. Again, it should be us attacking their strengths. The thing that A&M does well, they probably won't be able to do well, or at least we don't see any evidence of them doing it with the starting running back that they have.
Right.
I expect that to be in Auburn's favor, especially controlling the line of scrimmage, time of possession. I think that plays into Auburn's favor tonight.
I agree.
Let's talk about Robbie. We've already took the over on him in terms of running, so there's some expectation that he runs. I think what we see from Robbie is him scrambling when plays break down.
Mm-hmm.
They may call some stuff for him. They did in the second half against Mississippi State last week. So he may be factored into the offense in terms of running the ball, but I do expect him to improvise when plays break down and get a lot of his yards. But what do you think?
I expect them to make those decisions easy for him with what's getting called. I don't think there's going to be nearly as much waiting and reading. I don't think those are the type of plays that they're going to have designed for him. I think it's going to be one read, go. If it's a pass play, and if it's a run play, I expect us to see some wild stuff as far as design and personnel. But I definitely think they will simplify this for Robbie. He's too athletic for him to be back there indecisive because he's thinking too much. He has the most electric speed we've had at quarterback. He's actually a little faster than Marshall. Marshall was just so durable and shiftier. He was durable and he was shifty, and his pocket presence was otherworldly. But straight line speed, Robbie's faster, and he looks it. So you can't have a weapon like that and have him back there thinking. You've got to get him to make a decision so he can move, because the sooner he starts moving, the more yards we're going to get, and the harder it's going to be for the defense to catch up to him. So I hope that they have simplified this. If it's going to be pass plays, one read, go. If it's going to be run plays, be exotic, be crazy. This team hasn't seen what we can do yet, because we haven't done what we can do with this personnel and this coaching staff. So surprise them, surprise everybody. I can't wait.
Cody Smith says, War Eagle, let's go. Y'all appreciate that. War Eagle, back to you. Did he say he was at the game?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
He sounds like he's at the game.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's at the game. But so he sounds juiced up. I'm pretty sure that atmosphere is doing that. If you are there, Cody, enjoy the game for sure. Facts or not, be Will. Auburn rushes for over 225 yards in this game total.
If you said 200, I would say, he said 225.
I got to make it interesting. That's too easy. 200 is too easy. 225.
Yes. Over 225. Yes.
So Tank gets over 100 yards.
I already think Tank's going to hit triple digits. So that makes it pretty easy between what we should see from the rest of the running backs plus Robbie. I think we get over 225 tonight.
Facts or nah, Robbie throws for over 150 in this game.
I sure hope so. Just if it's a couple of big bombs from the running game working so well. It doesn't have to be a meticulous passing game. It doesn't have to be a timing passing game. It just has to work. The passing game just has to work. Now, some of that's going to be on Robbie. We know he has some trouble with accuracy and touch on short and intermediate throws. So I really hope they work with him on that. Hopefully he's not too amped up. It seems like he's had to get settled into games, even in games where he ended up playing well.
I agree with that.
He's a little too at first. He has to get dialed in and get calmed down. Hopefully the preparation that they've done with him, and they see that, they're coaches, they know, they watch the game. Hopefully they're finding a way to get him settled down sooner. Or maybe that's something you do by running the ball a lot first. Let's not get you so dialed up and come right out throwing. Let's do some things, take some pressure off of him. Put it in Tank's hands, put it in Jarquez's hands, put it in Damari's hands. So maybe he doesn't have to throw so much or so frequently, but I still think he gets that 150 yards. So I'm going facts.
I'm going facts here as well. I think moving forward, Auburn has to, and you said something that was very key. You're going to have to simplify the offense for Robbie so that he can make quicker decisions, better decisions, and he's not thinking so much. You don't want him to think himself out of the game. And that has been a pattern with Robbie, is that as the game goes on, he gets better. I think the coaching staff has to figure out, how do we decrease that warm-up time? In other words, he needs to start hot early in games as opposed to the other way around. Also, you don't want to be looked the one-dimensional as you did against Mississippi State. It worked then because Mississippi State did not know what to expect.
Right.
Now, as there's more film on you, teams know what to take away. So there has to be a balance to this offense. So for the sake of us being able to keep Texas A&M on its heels, keeping their defense honest, I think Robbie has to throw for over 150 yards, whether it's short passes or whatever the case may be, yards after catch. I just want to see us get there. I'm going facts there. Facts or nah, Auburn wins for the third straight week, the turnover battle.
I'm going facts. Absolute facts. We were really surprised to see that change for the Arkansas game and be combined with the beatdown in the Arkansas game, because we thought that turnovers were what was holding us back. It wasn't. It was us. We were not good under Brian Harsin. We won the turnover battle that week. We won the turnover battle last week against Mississippi State, and we won. Well, we know we won. I don't think there's any way we lose a turnover battle tonight. Like, this is just football, such an emotional game, man. It's hard to get dialed in and capitalize on emotion every single week, which is why teams have letdowns, which is why better teams lose games, because how can you be you can be focused for a Bama and play up for an LSU, but go to sleep at the wheel for a bad Tennessee team or a mediocre Ole Miss team. But they're up for this one. They've got all this energy that they wanted, all these hopes they had for this season, and they are taking that frustration out on Texas A&M for the first time that they're in front of a home crowd with Cadillac as a coach. I don't think there's any way our defense doesn't get at least 2 turnovers. I wouldn't be surprised if there were more, but at least 2 turnovers, whether fumbles or INTs, and I don't think we have more than one.
Okay. All right. Prediction time, B. Will. I already think I know what you're going to do. Nicholas Frazier says he has Auburn 34, Texas A&M 24. What do you think, B. Will? What say you, sir?
I don't think Texas A&M scores more than 17 points in this game. It's hard for me to say I see Auburn scoring 31, because us moving the ball well, capitalizing on some touchdowns, it's still football. You still got to execute. And the other guys aren't going to lay down for you. But over the course of 4 quarters, the energy, the environment, I think it wills us to, I'd say 27 to 30, somewhere in there, Auburn, Texas A&M 17.
Okay. I'm going Auburn 27 or 28, A&M 13. I think they get in field goal position, make 2 field goals. They do get a score eventually. I think Auburn wins by 2 scores in this game, and I think they seal it. Let's hear from some of you guys. Ben Bloodworth, 27-10 Auburn. Lawrence Robinson, 31-17 Auburn. James Barnett says we're going to run them off the field. Auburn 38-13, A&M 13. A. Jackson, 28-10 Auburn. Will Barclay says 31-17.
I like that.
Auburn, like that pick. Chad Ivy says 24-17. So that he's predicting a close game. D Max is predicting a close game. 31-28. That's going to be that we're going to need some gummies for this one. We're going to need some gummies for that score. Kevin Dumas going to have us popping some gummies in this game. Auburn 24, A&M 21.
That's way
Mike
close.
Hendrick, AU 27, A&M 16.
I like that better.
Erica Ratney says Auburn 35, A&M 17. You're going to really like Cohen's 40-13 AU.
I like that.
We will definitely see as they're about to kick off in just a few seconds.
Yeah, Cody says he's definitely at the game, by the way.
Yeah.
So this place is
Yeah.
shaking. Let's
Yeah,
go.
people are
Love
saying
it,
people
Angel,
saying
man.
that it's rocking. I can't wait to see it, guys. Some of you posted our thoughts about Hugh Freeze, about our thoughts about the coaches that have been favored to be landed at Auburn, whether it's Hugh Freeze or Lane Kiffin. We'll talk more about those coaches in the post game. We'll have more time to do that. But right now, guys, let's get ready for what I expect to be a good night. We will see you guys at the halftime show. It's the War Report, baby. See you at the half.
Where you go?